Have you ever seen a movie that left you thinking you could have left after the first 10 minutes? Unfortunately, some movies are front-loaded. That is, their title sequences are better than the rest of the film itself. Despite the disappointment, there are a few films with such noteworthy openings that we would love to see them as individual films. These are our picks. X-Men Origins Wolverine. No one argues that X-Men Origins Wolverine could have been a better movie. But check out that opening sequence. Watching Logan and Victor, Wolverine and Sabretooth for those out of the loop, fight side by side through World War I, World War II, Vietnam, and countless other battles is worthy of a movie in and of itself. The opening ends with the two of them being executed by firing squad, but we as fans know they're practically immune to bullets. Watchmen. Fans of alternate history would love Snyder's Watchmen. The film opens with a retelling of some of the most pivotal moments in American history, set to the tune of Bob Dylan's The Times They Are A-Changin'. The image where the silhouette kisses the nurse in the famous scene after the end of World War II sets the tone for the entire film, gritty, edgy, and surprising. Music and lyrics. Yeah, music and lyrics may be different than most of the films on here, but its opening sequence is fantastic. The opening song, Pop Goes My Heart, is a perfect parody of 80s music videos. The film begins with no introduction, starting straight into the music video before the viewer realizes they're watching a show within a show. But no matter what they think of the movie to come, the song will remain stuck in their head for the rest of the day. Sucker Punch. This was a film we were massively excited for. It looked like a cross between Sailor Moon and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sadly, it fell short of expectations. However, the opening credits set the stage for a totally different story than the one we were told. A dark, gritty story, set in an asylum from a past age where lobotomies were standard fare. That movie would have been totally different than schoolgirls fighting robots. Zombieland. Zombieland burst onto the scene in 2009 with its uniquely quirky, never take itself too seriously style. The opening credits echoed this in full, starting off with Jesse Eisenberg quoting his rules for zombie survival,
fasten your seatbelts,
and ending with a montage of people running for their lives. Zombieland's opening sequence had us laughing long before the jokes even began.
Beware of bathrooms.
Catch Me If You Can. Based on the exploits of Frank Abagnale Jr., Catch Me If You Can is arguably one of DiCaprio's better-known films. The animated opening sequence subtly lets viewers know just how sneaky the main character is, from the way he ducks behind lines and comes out in different costumes, to the way he escapes from those pursuing him. I'd watch a cartoon made in that same style. Wouldn't you? Godzilla. We all know the story of Godzilla. A creature awakened due to nuclear testing in the Pacific Ocean in the early 20th century. The most recent Godzilla film played to that perfectly in the opening credits, with a montage of newspaper clippings, historical footage, and much more. The viewer watches as the United States perform tests. Soldiers sit and wait, and stories begin to appear of strange events around the Bikini Atoll and other test sites. It's one of the best opening sequences we've ever seen. Dawn of the Dead. The groans of zombies, the squish of teeth into flesh, and the splatter of blood are the first sounds you hear when this movie begins. While Snyder took a huge risk in recreating Romero's classic, fans were suitably impressed. On the other hand, we found the opening sequence even better. As the voiceover begins, we hear a dejected official answering questions with a tired
"We don't know."
Johnny Cash begins to strum in the background. The music is oddly fitting for the opening and makes it seem like it really could be the end of time. Spider-Man 2. No matter what you may have thought of the film itself, the opening sequence of Spider-Man 2 ties into its comic book roots perfectly. In fact, this film may mark the beginning of the modern Marvel film opening as we know it. The stills blend in perfectly with the rest of the opening, while the black and blue lines moving constantly over the red background look eerily reminiscent of webbing. Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad created more fan disappointment than perhaps any other film released this year. But one thing is clear, the opening sequence is fantastic. From the silhouetted cartoon heads as the characters are introduced, to the pan shots of Belle Reve Prison set to the House of the Rising Sun, every moment of the opening sequence was masterfully crafted. Leave a comment and let us know. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and check out the rest of our channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CBR for cool vids about movies, action heroes, gaming, comics, and more.